let's start with your reading, Gemini. Today, we're going to do something a little different. Today, we're going to glance over your recent past, present, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about the messages. If you like this format better, please do me a favor and like the video so that I know to do more of this in the future for you. Now, let's start with your reading. Okay. All right. The main energy for you today is the High Priestess followed by the Lovers. Something is happening around you, Gemini. Something you might not know about yet, since the High Priestess is an energy that doesn't really move on the surface. It's something that instead happens behind the scenes. But whether you can see it yet or not, it's all leading up to something soon. There has been a trigger, a decision, a message, an idea. And now some sort of domino effect happening around you is making things change, slowly change. And eventually it's going to take you to a very nice surprise and positive event overall with this Lover's energy. We'll see what this is about. In your recent past, we have the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords. And I do believe that what we're seeing here might be that trigger that we were just talking about, or at least something that really much contributed to this undergoing shift. There is something right here with the Ace of Swords that you might have decided to cut out of your life. A person, a situation, a limiting belief, something that was really heavy on you, something that made you feel exhausted on so many levels, and something that was truly keeping you stuck, not making you happy at all. You have decided to take the lead in a situation, and what's interesting to see is that at the time, you had no idea how powerful that little decision was going to be on your future. But obviously, we see right here that it's taking you to a beautiful shift. And we'll see what this is about. In the present position, we have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is very important to have at this point, Gemini, this Wheel of Fortune right here. The reason why things are changing this time, it's not just because you have made an important move here, which could have been something that you have done many times over and over again in the past. But it's also because something around you is aligned in a way that will allow you to be successful at this and be really happy overall. There is some sort of synchronicity in between you and the universe, and in between you and the people around you as well. And someone external is waking up to a realization, is understanding something they didn't understand before. There is collaboration overall. We'll see what this is. Now, in the near future, we have Ten of Swords and Seven of Wands. After all these promising messages, we see a very different type of energy to this situation. There is something right here that you feel you have to fight. Something or someone who you need to push away and to protect yourself from and protect your achievements from as well. No idea what it is yet, but it's going to be important to look at it because this feels like a potential delayer when it comes to this overall situation. You're still moving towards something quite beautiful. We will see what this is, but this might create a temporary obstacle. So let's start by clarifying your past energy with the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Wow. Wow, that's really, really beautiful. We see here the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, Judgment, all very strong and important energies over here. The main thing that I see you doing at this point of the reading is taking responsibility for your own happiness, Gemini. You might be coming from a time where you had a lot of expectations when it came to a person, when it came to a situation. And let's be honest, you found yourself often disappointed. And at some point, you just decided that you didn't have to wait anymore. You didn't have to keep postponing something that you just wanted to have, that you just needed to have. And right here, you decided to just go for it without needing to explain yourself, without needing external validation. You just went for it. And I feel that the people around you, especially one, were shocked by your move, by your strength, by your courage, and your independency. This is you with judgment, understanding how much control you actually have over a situation, even when it feels out of your control. And right here, you know that you have all the resources, you have everything you need, and you understand here that you do not want to spend your life waiting for someone to give you something, waiting for something to understand, someone to understand something that they should have already understood a long time ago. Right here, you're saying, you cannot provide to me what I'm looking for. It's fine. I'll go out there and find it somewhere else. I'll go out there and make it for myself, create it for myself. Let's now clarify the present position. The Chariot, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Wands again. It's very interesting to see how your environment is changing with you this time, adapting to you. When I say environment, I mean the people around you, the situations and the dynamics that you're in. And this time they're changing because you have full confidence in you. You fully believe in the move that you've made with this Ace of Swords, and the environment can't do anything but adapting to your new decision. It feels like if you've done this in the past, there was a lot of indecision and you wanted to do it, but you were not 100% sure. Therefore, you created these type of situations where you would move on, but then you will go back to something or someone. You will go back to a dynamic, and that created very much confusion in the overall environment. Right now, instead, you're certain about this, and someone is realizing that they might have missed out on an opportunity right here. And now they want to make up for it, fight for it. Bold move coming in. Expect some sort of redemption moment, Gemini. And overall, something that made you struggle in the past now comes in with ease. Comes in without you even trying, It just comes in. And this is really going to confuse you in a way because in the past you have fought for this. You have really tried to make it happen. And the more you were trying, the farther this thing would get. Right now, instead, you stop trying, you just focus on yourself and you move on with confidence, and this comes towards you. It's definitely something that will create some sort of confusion, but at the same time, it shouldn't confuse you. Sometimes we have to walk away from something in order to walk towards it. And right here, we see exactly something happening, something that in the past gave you a lot of struggle, but right now instead it comes in with ease. Now, this is good. This is important because it's definitely a milestone on your journey, but we do see some issues here. 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Let's see what that energy is about. Seven of Swords. I see what's going on. 7 of Cups. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. You're just afraid that this is all an illusion. You have your guard up because this feels now too good to be true. Everything is working out as you were hoping to. There's something happening fast, Gemini. Good news after good news. And although you are enjoying this, you can't help but feeling that it might come to an end soon. You feel that something will show up, something will come in and mess everything up again. In other words, the element you're fighting with the Seven of Wands down here is yourself, and the fear that you're going to build hope and expectations for something that eventually will turn out to be exactly what it turned out to be in the past. The happier you're getting here, the more suspicious you're getting. And it's a vicious cycle that is hard to break unless you have more information about what's actually coming towards you. And it's very important for you now to take your time, because this is coming in. We see it again, Ace of Cups. And it definitely has to do with someone who's missing the crap out of you, Gemini. I mean, we clearly see in the Tower right here, we clearly see something that will surprise you, that will come in unexpectedly. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that that is going to end up in the same way that it did in the past. There is something that has changed in the other person as well. And we'll need to look into how this incoming energy is bound to evolve from this moment forward to see if maybe you should be careful. You should be suspicious, or maybe not. So let's keep looking to it. Let's keep going with the message and see how the situation is going to evolve in the next few months. Let's see what exactly is coming your way with this Wheel of Fortune. And let's see if you should slow things down and lower your expectations, or if instead, this time, Gemini, you should trust it and go with it. Go with the flow. Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Gemini, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. The reading is not 30 minutes anymore. Honestly, it was not enough time. So we will go up to 45 minutes. And just so you know, I select people every Monday morning and I send out emails. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Gemini. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, it's the Sun. I mean, this is definitely talking about major happiness. This is talking about you feeling good in the moment, feeling as though finally things are working out for you, and there is nothing in sight that makes you believe that this is just temporary and that this is going to revert to this painful situation and to the struggle that you have experienced before when it came to this. But obviously, the fact that you don't see anything wrong is what it's making you suspicious, because the Sun can be beautiful, can be a beautiful energy, but it can also be something that blinds you, you know? When there is a lot of it, eventually you cannot see what's really around you, because this Sun, this energy, this light is taking over. And obviously, right here, you want to make sure that that's not the case in this situation overall. So let's look into it then. Let's start diving into the details of what's coming towards you with this Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. Let's see what that is. And let's look into real intentions, real feelings. Let's see if there is a level, a layer of the situation that is hidden from you and that you cannot see at the moment. Oh my God. The Moon. There is something very, very important, in fact, here for you, Gemini, but it's not what you think. The first thing that we see with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups is that you are